Okie dokie. Oh, shit. Edit, delete, delete, tweet. My B. Let's, nope. Well, I didn't want to be called out quite like that, but yes. Okay. I know. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I should probably go to Lego Cam. Hey, everybody. It's me, a Rad Plaid Dad. I know it's been a few days. Let me see if I can. Yeah, that's cool. All right, move that down a little more. Yeah, we'll figure that angle out. Welcome back. You know, you can't see my face right now, but that's okay. You're not here to see my face. You're here to see, well, this. Brother and me do what must be done. I've suffered enough. We're here to make Bowser look like Bowser a little more today. He obviously has been cursed. Shared this in the brick building community. It was laughed at. But yeah, we're back. We're hanging out. We're doing this. You can't see my face, but you can see. Here's my official Lego employee wear here. Got the Lego logo right there. You won't be able to see that much, but hey, cool. We're doing stuff. Hey, thank you for following, Mr. Schnibbles. Mr. Schnibbles. I can't get my face on here very well, but hey, thanks. Our goal is to do 4 bags tonight. I already have them up here. Bags 15 through 18. There's 8 bags. 8 bags left to finish Bowser. So we are hoping to get through 4 of them today and 4 of them tomorrow and then be done with Bowser. And the big reason... Hey, yeah, thanks for popping on. Love that Discord community. Just found it, too. I'm trying to get verified so they label me as a streamer. Hopefully, we become a big enough deal so they do. After we're done with Bowser, I actually have my next build ready to go. I don't know if I shared this last time. I might have. But we are going to be building... Oh. A little closer. No, that's too close. I guess here. The Galaxy Explorer. There it is. Let's share it on the top cam too. There we are. Welcome back. Hi. Yeah, the blue snowball can get a little finicky sometimes. If I bump it, it'll like power cycle and then fail to work, so you gotta do a second power cycle. Love this thing, but it can be a little wonky at times. Now I should be back. my OBS. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. So. Oh yeah. Oop, I spelled no wrong. But the thought is there. We're back. Oh, wait, here we go. Boop. There we go. All right, so bag 15. We do have these two smaller bags here. Sorry, what I was describing was that there was big bags, smaller bags. Looks like we're doing a lot of face and hair stuff, so I'm just going to get the red ones over here. I don't normally sort too much, but it's helped me out for the last few bags, so we'll just do a little sorting here. There's only 3 green pieces in this, so not a whole lot going on there. Sorry about the mic difficulties there. I do have the level up for it on OBS now, so I can see if it goes out again. I'll keep an eye on that, just to be sure. Sometimes the tunnel vision takes over when you're clicking away on bricks. Alright, so I do like to open the little guys, too. Okay, got some blue pieces. Usually means those won't be visible when we are done building. And then we got all these. So this is going to be fun. There's a lot of little pieces involved in whatever this bag is. So 15 has a... Oh, we're going to be hanging out with our big boy right away. So here's our Bowser. I can move this up a little so you can see him a little better. And we're adding to him right now. So I'm going to put these... Wait a minute. Okay, so these get... These guys... It looks like that. I say these guys a lot. I'll try not to do that. These pieces. I'd like to be better at gender-neutral terminology. So these just click in. They don't ambulate at all. By the looks of it, they just click in. That's it. Yeah, I wish you could see the manual somehow. Now that Bowser's in place, maybe I can put this. You get a little bit of it on the camera. A little style there. Alright. Okay, we got a red 2x4. Bowser's kind of in the way of the top cam seeing what I'm doing, but the side cam catches what I'm doing really well. I like this cam setup so far. I think it's working. I can't see my face, but, that's not why you're here, so... It probably helps me there. All right, so anyway, we're looking for these. I like these pieces because they're smooth plates on top with studs on the bottom, so they go underneath, which is kind of neat. How am I doing this? Like this. Okay. I like when studs go the inverse of what I expect. Okay, so this, we're doing this 2 times. We are doing this 2 times. So let me grab the other. I remembered last time that this was a thing. So here we are. Yeah, I think the new camera angles are working out good. It took me a few streams to figure out how to do it. This is my 6th ever Lego stream. I didn't even know which category to do on Twitch for the longest time. For the first couple. So I did it as just chatting instead of makers and building. So I had a lot to learn, honestly. But this has been a fun venture so far. Nothing I would have discovered had I not gotten a job at Lego Group. So I'm happy to... It's been what I kind of needed for the channel. I've been really happy to do this, so... Oh man, this gets complex here. Okay, so now we're doing these pointy things again, and it's really hard to see which way they go. So this, I think, the flat side goes this way, I want to say, because if I do it like this, it's hard to tell, really. I'm going to go with, so the first one, the flat is up. So yeah, we're just going to put the flat there for now. We can always move them later. And then we put these like this. like this. So this is obviously his other two like hair pieces right here, because he's got the little hair things going on here. Looks like we might make his eyebrows too. Do we have enough pieces here? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. All right, so we got his hair, and it looks like we're putting his hair on. There's the step right there. So he's getting more cursed looking for the moment. Oh, yeah, I see where this is going. Okay. This goes here. Okay, so there you go. There's the hair, the spiky hair. All three of them. Get the front cam. He looks more cursed than he did. Brother, and me, do it. All right, so cool. We are doing his eyebrows now. So we're doing this two different ways. So we're gonna get this guy. This piece. Caught myself. Oh no, we start with this piece, and then we put a thing in it. Okay, I want to make sure I do this right. Looks this way, goes like this. Yeah, Bowser's pretty cursed till you get his like face on. I'm sure that's true with a lot of different builds, though. I'm sure there's lots of cursed moments in Lego builds. All right, so these go. Oh, this is cool. So this is like an angled or a diagonal piece, but it has layers to it. So the triangle part is lower than the flat part. So it's got a little bit of. It fits perfectly on the stud here. It goes under and then it comes up. I don't really know how to describe it, but it keeps it nice and even. I like that. All right, then this goes down. That's the wrong one. This one. This one. Oh man, this is complicated. Do I need? So I need another one of these. Wait, 1, 2. Yeah, okay. Then the triangle. Oh, there's a left and a right, isn't there? There is. Okay, so this goes like this. And then this goes here. So we've made this complicated. I guess this is one of the eyebrows that goes on top. I think I made this one first. Yeah. Right? Yeah, that looks right. Cool. So there's the eyebrow. It does have some ambulation to it, which is kind of cool. Okay, so. Uh-oh. Sorry, buddy. Shaving your eyebrows for you. Let's do the other one. So this one goes this way, and then we. So it looks like the opposite of what we just did, obviously, but. This way, right? Yeah. Nope. This one. Wait. These are all righties. I did this one wrong. Look at that. That's why that piece fell off, because it was rubbing up on something. There we go. That looks better. Oh, I didn't notice that the first time. Hey, Eli, what's up, man? So many bags of mismatched Lego bricks. Yeah, I believe it. You know what I'd love to talk about? Hold on. Let me just make sure I'm doing this right, because it's... okay, and then this goes here. I'm like in the middle of a step, and then when I start talking, I'm going to get distracted, and then I'm going to forget where I am and build it wrong. See, look, I already built this wrong. This shouldn't be like... These shouldn't like be parallel. They should be opposing. How did I do this wrong? This one. Oh, see, this is wrong. This is... Wait, what? No, this one needs to go here. What am I doing? I talked for literally 20 seconds, and I messed it up. I don't have a lot of like overstock in my Lego collection yet. This is really the first big build I've ever purchased. Look at that. So, on the top cam here. A lot of ambulation here. I'm sure it'll tighten up once the rest of the... Oh, no! Uh-oh. I think this goes up front. Yeah, okay. We gotta be a little careful here. I'm getting too excited on all the ambulation. He can... Angry, or whoa, or no. I mean, it kind of compartmentalizes the build for you, so it's like it gives you starting points and stopping points, I would assume. And I would assume it also plays... Oh, we're building horns. This is cool. It also... certain plants might have access to certain parts, or certain parts are in particular parts of the warehouse, so sometimes certain parts just go together for that reason. But I also think bags give you a set dedicated flow that's manageable in chunks. There's a lot of reasons, I'm sure. I won't pretend to know them, though. I'm just a lowly training guy in that food chain at Lego. These don't... Wait. This is a double... This is the other one. Okay. So this just doesn't attach to anything? It just... Okay. I thought there might be a saucer piece or something, because there are, like, these, but I don't see any... Two... Yeah, that's all they want. Okay. That's what you get. That's what you get! He's worse, 13. Now he has eyebrows and more hair. He's just cursed, like... I think we're fixing that now. It only gets worse, too, because now I'm putting horns on him. He has horns now. Oh, I'm going to be so sad when he's actually Bowser looking. Because this has been enjoyable, to say the least. Alright, so let me pump that on. Yeah, so now he's got horns. They really say, like, he's got like goofy looking ears. Do you miss doing customer service at Timo? Well, I was a store manager, and then I was a senior sales trainer. That was my ending role when I got laid off. Now, do I miss... There are things about T-Mobile that I do miss. I will admit that. Most of it's the people and the culture. I mean, T-Mobile, I feel like, is heading in a lot of wrong directions, especially because they still are laying people off. I have no idea what I'm doing right now, so we're just rolling with the punches here. Oh, there's teeth. Look at this. We're doing like teeth pieces. We're doing his mouth. Oh God, it's gonna look even worse for a minute. But I don't miss a lot about there was a lot of travel involved, and I never thought I'd say that, but the travel had a big toll on my life, and being home is nice. Having that ability to be with my kids and work from home and having that flexibility is something I never would have realized I valued a lot if I kept working at T-Mobile. I definitely appreciate the company and the role and everything, but I do miss it to an extent, but I mostly miss the people. I missed being somebody that helped people. I liked what I did, honestly, and I liked T-Mobile. But let's not kid ourselves, because I work for the Lego Group now, and I have an incredible job doing what I do. So Eli, my role at Lego Group is training specialist. So I went from senior sales trainer at T-Mobile to training specialist at the Lego Group. So I'm still in my field of training. I'm just doing it for a different company The role does have some differences. So in the world of training, I don't know how much of a rant everybody wants here, but at T-Mobile, I was very used to facilitation and direct coaching. So I was very much involved in, frontline engagement. I was getting in front of my audience almost every single day. And I was teaching and coaching and facilitating. And, I was that guy in training that does, that you get when you first get hired. And I was doing that a lot. And I was very used to being with people and in front of people, and just that was the nature of the beast. I'm looking for a piece I can't find. At Lego Group, it's very different. I'm in more the content creation and program side. So in training, there's kind of three big areas. You have your program and project management. You've got your facilitation and your delivery of training, and then you've got your what's the best way to put it? Your content creation. So making those e-learns that you do, or making the scripts that people facilitate on. And at T-Mobile, I was very much in the facilitation front end side, the face of training. A little bit of program stuff, but mostly there. At Lego, I'm very much on the other side. Content creation, content management, program management. Like it's kind of like it's the pendulum swung in the other direction. Which honestly, if I had to say it any other way, is the best thing that could have happened to me, because I'm learning the other side of my field by being at Lego Group. So I've been very happy getting the skills I need in my current role. I've only been there 2 months, so obviously there's a lot to learn still. Did I drop it? I'm at a point where I'm like freaking out. So what I need is, I put 2 of these. Oh, I only need, yeah. Let me back up here. Oh, let's see. First of all, I missed a step. There's supposed to be something underneath here. And second of all, yep, so I put 2 of these things. This is what I was looking for right here. It's got 2 studs. It's a smaller plate. And I put 2 of them on here. So one on each side, like that. And it wants a third one right here. But I don't see a third one in my pieces here. Here, let me move Bowser for a moment so you can see. Here's my, and I have a lot of those tan pieces here, but these are taller plates. They've got, instead of 2, they have 4, and that's not what I'm looking for. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's definitely the piece. So these are taller, taller slopes. We got a not that. So what I do at this point is I touch every single piece. It's got to be. Oh, is this it? Nope, that's not it. Yeah, honest to God, I don't see it. Huh. Yeah, nothing stuck to anything that shouldn't be. All 4 of these have to go this way. Yep. Oh, 6 of these, sorry. That's a mystery. I didn't use them anywhere else on the build. These are red. Those are definitely correct. This is perplexing. Alright, so let's literally go through every single one of these. Let's sort here. That's why it was in the discount bin. Yeah, you might be right, Tor. Hey, well, by the way, I gotta get back on that Minecraft server with you guys. I've been itching to keep poking around in there, and I know that I've been a shit communicator the last week, and I apologize for that. I've just, life comes at you sometimes, I guess, and I'll own that. I don't want you to, feel a certain kind of way, brother. That's just been the nature of me the last few days. I got I didn't take a lot of night shifts, but I got connected with our team across the sea in Singapore and Shanghai last week. So I was working late a lot of nights. I was logging back in at like 9 o'clock and working to almost midnight some nights. And I just I couldn't manage my time really well because that really obviously digs into my time to do this and play games and chum around. So it's just one of those weeks I kind of got me. I don't see it. Let me check the floor. So obviously we gotta see if I dropped this. And what's funny is my rug is the same damn color as these bricks. So this is not helping me at all. Nah. Unless it's still in the bag, did I not? Here's the bag. Bag's definitely empty. Ugh. I feel like I would have seen it fall too. I mean, yeah, anything's possible, but huh. That'd be interesting that I'm actually missing a piece from this set. Wouldn't that be something? That's definitely the piece. Well, you know what? Let's build around it and see if it just shows up. That would be the best thing to do. So we don't need it immediately. Ooh, Smite. Haven't played Smite in a hot minute, and, if you thought I was a bad scholar, you know what you're getting when it comes to Smite. If you're down with my play level, I think I have to reinstall it too. I made room for stuff like Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is incredible, by the way. I know there's two schools of thought on that game, and I am 100% in that game is incredible category. But I wouldn't mind reinstalling Smite. Yeah, we're all garbage. You say that, but you'll be like, oh man, 20 to 2 KD. Tough night for me. Okay, so this is going to be these black things. Remember, we need one piece, which I have no frippin' clue where it could be. Do I have any spares? I don't. That is a very unfortunate piece to not have in front of me. I would love to just look down and it's like, boop, right in front of me, and I'm like, oh, thank you. It's happened more than once already, though, so where I'll just not see something forever and then it just shows up. Okay, so there's a specific way they want these teeth to go. So this big tooth, little, no, it's definitely big tooth, little tooth, and then little tooth, big tooth, based on the picture. Okay, so we need that. Okay, now what day you want to do Smite? So I am probably streaming this tomorrow because we're so close to finishing it. I just want to, put it behind me and get ready for, again, Galaxy Explorer. Can't wait to build that. I'm really jazzed. That's the February build, so we're going to get January build done, which frees up the rest of my streams for just straight multiplayer games and stuff like that. Okay, I understand. You need to make the right calls. I got you. Okay, so I need... Oh, God, I thought I saw one of these. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, so we need the last 2 green to go there. Okay. And these kind of circle around. Yep, and then dots. This is a single stud with a stud on one side. Really, there's a lot of like terms for studs and stuff in the AFOL community, and I don't want to like disrespect the AFOL community by calling something by its not generally accepted name. But he's not a real Lego. He's not a real Lego guy. So what we're missing is... Okay. Let me go back here. Oh, I went back too far. So, in this step, 319, we need one of these guys to go right in the center there. And so it looks like this. It's a 2x4, but the part of it is a little raised, so it has 2 studs on the side. That's the one we're missing. And again, I have a lot of tan in front of me, but none of them are that piece. So, I've got a bunch of these which have plates, but it's a 1x2 on the bottom here, and then it's got like a 2x2 plate. Quit lying to me. And all these do that. There's 6 of them right here. And these Tetris looking MFers right here. I got 2 of those that look like little Tetris things. And then these triangles. Anyway, like I said, hoping it just pops up as I keep building here. So that's unfortunate. Oh, we're making his nose right now. This is his big round nose. So these go upward. This would never happen at Schwab. That's all I'm hearing. That's all I know. Alright, so the step we need to that piece 4 is coming up. Is it under? Sometimes you find it like attached to other things inadvertently. Like that happens, and I literally think it's not here. That, or it's just somewhere. Bounce hole. Ugh. Nope. Yeah, I had to check. I checked behind. Money missing from an account. Alright. So, I did see that earlier. This is probably the strangest little thing. Little whoop. There's probably an inappropriate term for this thing, but we'll leave that where we found it. Alright. That's great. This week I've been making training. I'm on a project team now, which is great, and I had to make a training. Well, I've been making there's his nose, by the way, and his teeth, so I'll probably go this way. Close it up, bro. This week I decided to make a training about Lego Friends. So I made like a demo training, and it's Lego Friends, and you go around Heart Lake City helping the Lego Friends do stuff. And it was a lot of fun. I didn't know a whole lot about Lego Friends, so I had to research it a bit. What I'm really jazzed about is I've been looking up Monkey Kid lately. I wish Lyra was here. I think Lyra is actually playing Jackbox games with the other T-Mobile people right now. But when Lyra was streaming the other day, I was like, yo, you gotta look up Monkey Kid. It is awesome. And they did. And they're like, these sets are crazy. And I've been building other trainings around Monkey Kid as a concept. And like you do battle with Monkey Kid's like nemesis. And that's like the training is every right answer. You have like health bars, and as you answer questions correctly and confirm your understanding of the training, it brings down the enemy health bar, and then as you get questions wrong, you lose health. So you have to like beat them in this battle of wits. And I was like, this is what Lego training should be like. You know, when you get a job at Lego, you think you have the coolest job in the world. And if the training's not cool, like Lego is, then, you know, like you feel like you're missing something. So hopefully it lands. I'm going to show some people this week that content, including my boss. So here's the thing. Here's the step that it gets dicey at. Normally, there would be that 2x2, 1x2 stud right there, because we can't find that piece. And I honestly don't think it's here. However, this plate can still attach. Can it? Yeah, it can. Without it. So it can still do what it needs to do. It's not obviously quite as sturdy as it could be, because this isn't attached to anything, but it does still have two studs holding it on. So technically it can go. We just got to make sure that, we don't pull on that too hard in the end. So, sucks. We're missing a piece, but could be worse, I guess. It's livable, so not terrible. Okay, we're putting his nose on. Oh, God. How cursed is this going to look now? Drum roll, please. Come on. This is like not lining up. Just pulling poor Bowser's snout around. These are not like perfectly aligned. They are on right, but let's see. Yeah, the bottom goes on fine. I feel like I'm fighting with a dog. What do you got in your mouth? And it just like, and you're like, no. We've all fought that fight. Hopefully at one point in our lives. Okay. Oh. It's not going great, my dude. Alright, come on, dude. It's the top row that's like giving it. Uh-oh. Okay, we're gonna be. It went on. Like, we're good. Now we. That got questionable for a hot second, but we're okay. We're okay. It could be on a little better, but oh no. Yeah. Ah, damn it. It fell off. So, yeah, that's the this is how he looks now. Let's see if I can angle this up a little for the. He looks like a dragon tails. Oh, hello there. Oh, no, me. Oh, little old me. I'm just Bowser. Next shift, we'll clean it up. It's a real retail / restaurant mentality right there. I instantly would hire you. Alright. Alright, so that we're just gonna leave alone for now. It is on though, and pretty sturdy. It's a little off on this side. This side is a little exposed, but I don't know, man. I don't squeeze it too hard. Oh, hey, that. Okay, I'm very confident that's on well now. That was a good squeeze right there. Here you go, Bowser. All right. we're doing the lower part of the jaw, so luckily this will only last for another minute. Oh, hello there! Oh, hello! Yes! Alright. Done doing silly voices. Alright. Bowser here really needs to get his mouth correct. And then this goes under. Cool. So we're on our way here. We're using both of those Tetris boys. Where did I put the Tetris boys? Oh, dude, God. I would have been like, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, there we go. I do want to put it out there. I started just putting in my cart Ravnica, the cheapest cards from Ravnica, the Magic the Gathering block on MTG Player. And my cart is 170 items right now. And I think the cart is like at less than $5 still. So it's pretty awesome that I can just mess around with Ravnica as much as I want. And do it for it's dirt cheap. I have to get the cart to $50 to be eligible for free shipping. Though I plan to do that. And it would be really cool to open all that stuff on stream. Just do like some deck building sessions with Ravnica block on stream. That might be a bigger project, but that's kind of on my to-do list. I think it'd be fun to stream doing that. And we're all about trying new things this year. This is the year of new things, so that's on my list. I don't have audio right now, but somehow he's cheating. How can you cheat building a Lego set, Merc? You can't cheat. There's directions. He probably sees all this and he's like, he's trying to explain it, but he's still cheating. And if Merc, I love how I talk about Magic the Gathering and Merc shows up. Perfect timing, Merc. If only you could hear me talking about the silly ways I'm acquiring Magic cards right now. He probably owns 90% of the cards that I want, and he has no use for them. So when I tell him that I spent $50 buying real old Ravnica block cards, he's going to be like, so my next question is why? Strategy guide. I can't expect any less. You know what's funny is this is a logo for one of the projects my team is working on called Project Unicorn. We have somebody on the team that's able to make designs for big programs that we underlay. And the horn of the unicorn is actually a shark tooth. And this is the white version of that tooth right here. There it is. You can see them. Oh, hold on. You can see them side by side there. So that's not a unicorn horn. That's actually a yellow tooth. Fun fact of the day. I didn't design that, but I built one. I ordered the parts individually and built it myself. I plan to hopefully get it to the guy who's running that project when I go to Slough. Which, by the way, I'll probably be going to UK in March. So I'm going to have to figure out what the stream plan looks like when I'm in UK. Because obviously I'm not looking to incur huge fees for roaming. I gotta really make do with the Wi-Fi situation. But Slough is right outside of London. That's where Lego's big London hub is, from what I understand. And yeah, we'll be going there pretty soon. It'll be a good time. Strategy guide. So this is interesting. We just kind of made this big. All those 1x2s kind of got stacked up on top of each other, made a big plate. So this probably obviously goes under, and that's the other part of the jaw there. It's the jaw. The jaw. All right. so we need this. Yeah, with where we're at with pieces at this point, I can pretty confidently say we are missing that piece. That is a fact. That's okay. I'm glad it's a piece that didn't have a massive detrimental effect on the build and cause the stream to come to a screeching halt. Just a slight, misstep here. So, there's the jewel. God, we're still going. Look at the back of this. There's just so many layers and pieces. You can definitely see all the little grooves there. How many pieces we've been working with. All right, so now we're building this. I also wish Merc had audio so I could yell not at him, but the Saints, my football team, if I were to, can't really see, Saints, there's my football team, play the Patriots next year, and I live in Connecticut, which is not far from where the Patriots play football, so I was excited because it's like, oh, hey, I get to see the Saints next year. I got to get tickets. That'll be a good time. And Merc's obviously on board. He's going to come with. We're going to have a great day shenanigansing together. All right, what is this here? So this is a boop, and then a boop. But it was just announced that the Saints, or the Patriots, one of the home Patriots games will be in London. And I was like, I swear, if they make the London game the Saints game, I'm gonna be so mad because I want to see the Saints, and if I can't see the Saints because that game's in London, it's gonna be that's gonna be a big sad for me. Big sad. Do I have to put a? Yes, I do. Thought so. That's what it looked like. That's interesting. So it's kind of got this plate lip right here. So this obviously is kind of how it looked, and then this plate gets placed underneath here, and there it is. So obviously when you look at it from the front, he's got a little tongue, right there. All right, in the back here we got 3. I think the best part is I'm gonna step on that brick that I'm missing in 2 days at a very inconvenient moment and be like, there's that damn thing. I don't know. We'll see. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. That's in my bones. I'll share it on my Discord if I do. So, every 90% of the people on the Discord, they have no idea what's going on. I'll be like, I found it. And they'll be like, okay, whatever that means. Find it in the kids' room in a month. I bet there is one in the kids. I bet there's a big bin of old Lego sets that kind of just bit the dust over time. And I bet I have that piece somewhere in there. I just don't feel like going through all that right now. Interesting. Oh no, this is good. Okay, I thought I screwed up again. That would have been fun. Okay, so I just heard my rabbit lopping around real loud up there. Now I'm a little worried. Little tooth, then big tooth. Wait, what? Like this? Yep, right on the, okay. That's how that goes. Okay. Well, there it is. The jaw. Oh, we're attaching this bad boy. So we're putting red rods into here. What is this for? I feel like we have to go back. Why would they give me one of these? It's like these, so Lego bags, you usually get a few little guys that are spare, but this? Where would I have put this? Maybe I got this instead of my plate, my 1x2 plate. Now, this did not get used. This must be the misplaced piece right here, this semicircle. Yeah, this is not used anywhere. That's funny. So I got one of these. Somebody else is opening a Bowser somewhere that needs this piece. And they got an extra 1x2, 2x2 plate instead. I'm sorry, whoever that is. I've got your semicircle here, but seriously, you can get a free replacement at Lego.com. Go get it. That's funny. All right, so to attach this needs to. So we stick the red rods in these darker tan, and then this goes in here. And okay, so there's. Let me pull the big boy over. Oh. There's holes right here, and right behind the nose, and that's where all this is happening. So we're going to line it up. This is a very exact. Oh wait, what? Oh, never mind. They're going in underneath. There's in this red Technic piece with the 3 holes. There's more, but there's only 3. I think it goes in this gray part right here, maybe. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, that's the picture's doing. It's going in the red Technic piece all the way in the out. Oh, and the black? Into the black one, which is this one right here. Really? It doesn't. Oh, it does. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, putting that in. I don't want to like click it till I get the other one kind of lined up here. Okay. Oh. Okay. So there he is. He actually looks more like Bowser now. Now we can, put these up, and there you go. He's looking like Bowser now. No longer cursed. I mean, he has no arms, but hey, whatever. Spares, and we are on to bag 16, which looks like. I'm not too sure, but we'll find out. Looks like a smaller bag. So here's bag 16. A lot of more Bowser reptile skin. Looks like we have some shell pieces in there too, or horns of some sort. Not sure yet, but let's see what we got. Bag 16. Maybe there's an extra 1x2 plate in this bag. Okay, one smaller bag in there, by the way. Got that out and open. Tor, if you're still here, camera angle's working out. Do you like the setup here? Is it working for you? I kind of did a new thing today where I brought this camera down more so you can see more of the table instead of my face, because that's just not appetizing for anybody, right? This moved somehow, but that's good. Anyway, bag 16. Looks like we're doing his cheeks or something. Yep. All right, so we're doing this 2 times. So I'm gonna need 2 of those, 4 of those. Okay. Oh, these just stack on top of each other in a later step. So we're doing that. All right. So white. I'm just gonna take the white pieces and move them over. Tans, and then the black pieces. Right there. This is a cool one. It's like a plate, and it's got like a little C shape to it. Nice. All right. Do the 4. Oh, we're already drawing on our little guys here. Glad bag 16 seems to be a shorter one. This bag 15 was pretty darn rude. Missing a piece on me. But Lego does offer free support, so if I really wanted that piece, I could get my hands on one very easily. Have it shipped right to my door free of charge. So shout out to, shout out to Lego, because they will do that. And be very nice to you about it. I know because, write those trainings, so they better be nice. I didn't write any yet, but I will be. Alright, so I feel like I do this backwards, but I like having the big ones done. We're doing it twice. Clicky, clicky. Click. Okay. And we have, oh. This way. This way. Flip it over. Put that there. And then this goes here. 2 of them. Alright, so we got cheeks. Oh, I see. Right? So this go. Oh, so that where I thought that cheek piece, that red rod was gonna go, actually just plugs into this right here, and bam. So there you go. That's still. Let's see here. Oh, this is. Oh man, look at that. Brah, brah. And there's the little launcher inside. There's a little spring-loaded launcher. That's what that crazy gray piece was. Okay, cool. Okay. I remember there was a bag. We had that crazy gray piece. I wasn't sure what it was at all. Alright, so this looks like his shell outline. Okay. That's super neat. I'm a fan of this. We're doing the shell. There's another one, but it's a different style of that same kind of brick we were missing. I need to let that go. That's what I need to do. We moved on from that. I need to let it go. It's over. It was missing. We moved on. Alright. And now we're putting, these wonderful Lego bricks right here. Okay. Now, we're building some sort of little contraption here. 2x4. What I love is like steps like this where we got a 2x4, right? And then we put 2 1x2s on it instead of a 2x2. Like, why not just put a 2x2 on it? I don't know. That's just, I'm sure there's a real big design decision on why that's a thing. I just don't know what that design decision is. Maybe a sturdiness factor. Not too sure. Alright, so that just goes on here. So we got, there's the part of the shell, which is going to go right on the back here. Alright, so we got to build these side things. This is a 1x2, and then this. So we built that. It's hard to, the camera won't capture the black pieces really well, but there's some studs on the back there. On the back there. And then ka-chow. My son's storybook tonight was Disney cars, so you can get all the ka-choo memes. Yeah, we got a little Space Invader going on here. Oh, okay, we're giving the Space Invader a little feed. Okay, I think this is symmetrical, so it doesn't matter which way they go. Just as long as they go the same way. Welcome to the stream. This is the craziness that I am at this hour of the day. Hello.
Hi.
What you up to?
Oh my god, well, you're almost done.
I know, right? You can see his head. Look. Wait. Brah. Brah.
How many more bags left do you have?
6. He has no arms. You know, at the very least, 2 bags are gonna be arms. And then his shell, I think, is another bag or 2. Who knows? We're getting there. He does look like Bowser now, though, which is kind of cool. Okay, this is neat. These are like half plate, half stud. All right, how are we doing this? Okay. Okay. We need to do that twice. Yes. So we're building like little side plates. You're not doing dry shampoo, are you?
No, it's leave-in conditioner. It's a spray. Auntie gave it to me.
Did I miss something? There's a slight gap here. I'm sure it's intentional, right? You can see. There it is. Yeah. You can see that slight gap. Our Space Invader does look pretty epic now, though. Alright. Ooh. Okay. So we're putting these flex by the looks of it, or they just need to be a certain angle. Okay, so these, they ambulate now, but they probably won't forever. Oh, and we're putting spiky things on. Hey, this is his collar. I thought this was his back. We're making Bowser's collar. Or whatever, necklace. Whatever term we want to use for whatever's happening right now. I'll leave that up to the audience to, draw your own conclusion on what goes around Bowser's neck. Be his collar, his necklace. Maybe he's like some sort of sub-dom thing going on here. I don't know. I don't judge. You do you, Bowser. You just want to look badass either way. I'm about it. All right, so this literally, they're like, hey, just put this on. Oh, wait, where is it? Oh, I see. There's little... I don't even know if I can get it on camera, but right there, where my finger is, there's like a little grippy arm. Way in there, which attaches to the boot of the Space Invader. Right? Yep, the boot. So that would mean it needs to go this way, right? Yep, that looks right. God, this is going to be... Okay, well, that one's in. You turn him gently. Got it. Cool. So there's a spiked collar. Cool. Shell. Yeah, we're doing the top of the shell. So this whole like wire frame here, we're going to do the top part by the looks of these right here. So there they are. Cool. So first things first, we put this on here. I put the yellow through it. And now we put this here and this on the other side, and then we get red boys on the ends. Looks like we have a spare 1x1 stud, by the way. Cool. And then this one, it waves out the other way. And then more red. I have a feeling this will be a recurring theme. Okay, so now it looks flat. Oh, Oh no, now it's going 3-dimensional on me in the directions here, so I think it wants me to do it this way. So now it starts to... Yeah, that looks right. Okay. So we got a couple spare... No, we're going to need all these reds. Wow, a single stud. I usually am used to a couple extra pieces in a box, but not this time. Or bag. Yep, so this is getting put on his back right here. And there you have it. The shell of his back, the whole of his back, his collar, and his snout. All done. That was actually a very productive couple bags there. Alright. So it looks like we're doing the shell in bag 17. Here's bag 17. Double check that our bag contents are actually out. We have one tiny bag in bag 17. That's what it looks like. Looks like bags 17 and 18 are very similar. So it looks like tonight we're going to be completing the shell, or at least a lot of it. Bag 19 might be another shell bag. A lot of big pieces in this, which is reassuring for my sanity. Hopefully this comes together nice and easy. But let's get started. So we're going to start by combining 2 Tetris pieces. They got black Tetris pieces in this one. And then red. Tan, green. Got a little pattern going on here. I'm sure this is a flag of some sort for some country. Red, green. Yo, Steven! So it's going well. We've completed the outline of the shell on Bowser's back here, but obviously the biggest development is he's no longer cursed. He has a face, and you can open him up with the little rah, rah. So Bowser has a face. He's no longer cursed. Actually, let me move big boy out of the way for now. What do you think of the new camera angles, by the way? I didn't change this one much, but this one looks a little more down on the pieces, and I could probably stand to get it a little closer, which would be neat, but get a little further up. Oh, I didn't like that. No, I want to go this way a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, better for Lego. I think maybe just having more of the table is better anyway. Anyway, we're making the back of the shell right now, so we're going to start to cover this up. We're 2 bags in out of the 4, so this is the 3rd bag right here. And we're cruising, obviously. On step 371. Okay, so we want the one that goes this way. And then oh, no. This... Wait, what? Oh, okay. That explains it. And this goes over, and then the... Does this go... Yeah, okay. We put this in here. However they're going to make this shell. How many do you have left overall? So this is bag 17. This right here open is bag 17 out of 22. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 5 bags to go. I wanted to do at least 4 bags tonight and then 4 bags tomorrow, and it's done. And I know I already showed this off, Steven, but you're one of the best around here, and I'll show you again the next build for February. Galaxy Explorer. It's here and it's ready. That one's gonna be fun. Be nostalgic. all at once. Yeah, I can't believe I got one. I actually have to thank my partner in crime. There's 2 training specialists in all of North America for Lego Group. I'm one of them, which is great. Love that for me. But the other one, his name's Drew. He's a great guy. Shout out to my guy Drew, who doesn't even know my Twitch handle, but hey, it's the thought that counts. Drew's a great guy. He puts up with me saying random things. I think the other day I meant to say somebody else on our team. Why do I have hair? This scares me. There's a Lego minifigure hair piece in this bag. Oh yeah, okay. And I meant to mention somebody else on the team, but I accidentally just said Drew. It was really early in the morning, and it was something about McDonald's or something, and he was like, "Why are you bringing up McDonald's with me right now?" And I was like, "I'm sorry, Drew," but he knew. So he knows I do this on Twitch, that I like to stream builds and stuff. And he was like, "What are you looking for, in the shop? I can keep an eye out every time I go and visit." I said, "I'd love to get the N64 brick, the question mark block, or the Galaxy Explorer." We went in there together once in the morning, no Galaxy Explorer or question mark brick. And I was like, "Ah, darn. Okay, well, first time looking. You got to be kidding me." Okay, we need 2 of these. Just a one pretty basic piece, right? And I can only find 1. So this is just like the other situation here. Steven, you missed some drama earlier. We had a missing piece. Luckily it did not come down to blows, but that was still a disheartening moment. And right now, it looks like I'm missing another one. I have a 2x, but I need another 1x. Good gravy. Twice in one build. And what scares me is I have this extra minifigure hair right here. I can't believe that this would actually be a part of the Bowser set. So, so let's just start picking apart my colors here. So these are all 2x4. That's a flat. That's a big. Sometimes it's hiding under other stuff though, so we gotta be wary of that. Alright. Oh, I didn't see that earlier. That's where that was. Luckily, this one's green, so it's not exactly the same color as my floor like the other one was. But again, I'm very careful when I pour these out. So, okay, all the greens from here. Nothing. Plate. These big plates here. Tan pieces. White pieces. Another tan piece. Oh, put that there. Black, gray, yellow. Yeah. Wow. 2 missing pieces. That's wild. That's one I want. Huh. Check my stock here. So the best I can do is make it this little stud here for now. And hopefully... Yikes. Man, twice in one build. How does that happen? And I was extra careful pouring it out that time because of what happened on that first spot bag. Let me just check behind me again. Yeah, there's nothing. It's green. It's easier to spot. Wow. Mystery. Anyway, let's keep going. Well, actually, we're done with this. Yeah. Hopefully we don't need more of those, because that would get interesting. I literally think I got this minifigure hair piece instead of my other green. Which is funny, in the other bag, I got a completely random piece instead of the piece I needed too, so I don't know. We're in a weird world right now. But again, Lego would send me a free replacement if I so chose. So, at the end of the day, as long as it's not going to be detrimental to the strength of the build, I can order it, have it shipped to me, and just swap it out when it arrives. What is this? Okay. Now that I've arranged all the colors, this is probably going to go way faster. And then, what is this? Big boys. Big boys? Yeah, big boys. With 10 boys on top. Wow, they send a whole another set. No, they don't send a whole other set. They send the piece. The one piece. Yeah, right? Did I say that? I'm tired. You know what? I don't send the whole set. And be like, yeah, I was missing one 1x2 brick on my Bowser. Like, excuse me, sir. Another Bowser's on the way. Be like, that's where Lego's losing its money. We should probably stop doing that. This guy's asked for 5 Bowsers, 5 Eiffel Towers, 5 Titanics. Alright, so these go here, and then they go through this, and the green guy goes on top. Okay. This is a one-time. And then, where do I put this? Wait. So, oh. Did I just inadvertently attach the, oh wait, no, that's, oh, duh, this, God, I was like, what? There's a second one. And it goes right here. Woo! I'm okay. I think. Imagine, right? Nah, I would probably have to be the one to develop the training where we no longer hand out free sets all the time anymore. Make the world sad. Alright, so this wants 2 of those. Okay, so now we're combining these like that. And does it want me to click them? Because there's little grippies here, and we can. Guess not. It says start over. So we're just going to leave that next to Bowser over here. And now we have our little cockpit, our little seat, V-shaped cockpit. Steven, how was your day? Tell me how your Monday went. Mine was okay. I went through a lot of feedback that I got in Workday from my team. I met with my first stakeholder. I had a little short IM with my first stakeholder on my training project, which is kind of cool. I worked on some training content. J-Man were here, he'd be like, yeah, I know what you really did today. I was going through videos and cue points and how to use video content and articulate storyline. Like I was making a video and moving stuff around. And I was kind of boring work. So while I was doing that, I was playing the Ninjago movie on J-Man's Plex server. So in J-Man, I was having trouble playing it, and I was like, you know what? I should probably get back to work. And then J-Man messages me out of the blue, and he's like, hey, Ninjago movie not working? And I was like, it was giving me trouble. It's fine, though. I just assumed it was me. He was like, I just rebooted the server. Try it now. Tell me what you think. I'm like, damn it. Now I'm troubleshooting J-Man's Plex server when I should be working. So I hit play. It worked great. So his server just needed a reboot. And then, I watched the first hour of the Ninjago movie. I want to create content that, training content that uses the Ninjago universe and I don't really know a lot about Ninjago, so I wanted to watch some stuff and just kind of read some stuff and get more learned on what Ninjago was. And it was interesting. I didn't realize. I think if you see my so it's research. But yeah, no, it really was. I watched episodes of Monkey Kid while working too, just to like learn what Monkey Kid is all about. And flipping it over. What I didn't realize, if you look at my Discord server, I shared it earlier, but like Michael Strahan is in the Lego Ninjago movie. So like Michael Strahan is canon ninja, like in the Ninjago universe. He's like a news reporter. I guess he's in the Lego movie too. Like Michael Strahan's got he's involved in all the Lego IPs in one way or another. Which is pretty hilarious. Not the guy I'd expect to have like a great relationship with Lego, but hey, Michael Strahan is there. And it was funny, like right away I was like, what is Michael Strahan doing here in the Lego Ninjago movie? Yeah, he's got a pretty big part. They cut to the news people a lot when they like between scenes, and he's got quite a few lines, and it's undeniably Michael Strahan. Like you hear his voice and everything. It's him. It's not even. He introduces himself as Michael Strahan. Like he plays himself. That's the craziest part. It's not like a voice. It's not like he's a voice actor in the Ninjago. He's literally Michael Strahan in the Ninjago movie as himself. It is. I get it. Like that's. I am free marketing, I guess, but it's really like this is happening. Okay. Yeah, perfect role casting. Yeah, he did a good job too. I can't knock his performance on the Ninjago movie. He definitely. I have no complaints on the Michael Strahan. Is this okay? This comes off a little bit, and I just want to make sure that was correct, and it was. So okay, so now we're putting the fourth one. So we've made this big long thing here. This has been like some sort of snaky boy. So there it is, and it does ambulate, like it curls in a little, which obviously will then somehow go on Bowser's back. So that's probably what we're about to do here. Oh man, this step's cool. So we're about to make so this is really like thin here. We're about to like make it huge. I know it's upside down on that camera, but y'all can live with that, right? All right, so hopefully this is where that little will be seen the most. All right, so this goes. Man, this just dangles. This is a very more sensitive piece here. All right, so then we. Okay, so it goes out. Oh no. Okay. And then then out. There we go. Then in. Then out. Then in, right? Oh, and this one's just the flat. So that's how it looks. Turns into this like thing. Yeah, this thing is nice. Hopefully you have all the pieces. I've been struggling with a couple missed pieces here. I don't mind. Obviously, I'm I work for Lego Group. I'm not about to get slanderous here. I don't mind a couple missing pieces on my deeply discounted Bowser set. I'm still very happy that I even have the opportunity to build this. And for my job. So I actually really don't mind, and I still love it. and I will still love it all the same. See, there's the discrepancy right there. You can see that one little gap. Speaking of Michael Strahan. Was that a low blow? That might have been too low. My apologies to the football legend, because he was a hell of a player. I don't even have to say what it is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Must be a extra. Kind of scared of that, right? Unless it goes here. Does it go there? Let me look here. Let me back up. No, it does not. Cool. So I don't even feel like I had a use for this. Maybe this is this hair piece is hilarious though. The fact that I got a minifigure hair piece instead of the actual green piece. How did that? It's just strange. If I got the wrong green piece, I'd be like a little more like, okay, that must be what happened. But no, my options are the hair piece or this extra gray, studded piece. Okay. Yeah, review some work. Played some FF, do that daily grind. I gotcha. We talked about FF a little in our Discord server. Oh, you were there. You actually responded, and you were around a bit. Talking about the game and stuff. I do miss the game a little bit. Not enough yet, obviously, but I don't know. I'd have to play the game very differently if I went back to it. I'd have to really do what makes me happy in Final Fantasy if I were to play it again. Not saying no, but I am saying I'm not going back yet. And he's just afraid to. Oh, okay. Yep. Okay, we got it. All right. Not once you do one, I get a little more comfortable on all the others. How they line up. Okay. Look at that. It's actually kind of cool looking, and you can. That gap is still there. You can see it, but I'll look for a replacement piece and I'll put it in there, or just order it. Okay. Oh no, we do use this right here. That the hair. We got a hair piece instead of a. So to the person who got a green stud instead of their minifigure's hair, I've got your minifigure hair. Come, reach out to me. I got it for you. Okay, so now they wants me to connect them all, so we're gonna do that. Okay. There you go. So there's the first bit of shell there. And this one's going to go in the middle. Alright, so let's get Bowser up there. And so it goes, so there's two gray holes right here. And then there's those two red pipes right there. I don't even know what to call them. Technic pieces of some sort, but it goes right in. This doesn't ambulate at all, so, does it? No, it does not. Okay. And this just goes in. I guess the step is just... Oh! Well, there you have it. And so that missing piece is right there on the bottom. You can see it. So in the future, if I wanted to, got to replace that one. Oh boy, he's getting... Whew! He's a heavy boy. All right. The fourth bag of the day. It looks pretty similar. We've got our minifigure hair. Here you go, Bowser. We're going to put that on your... Where can we put this? On his little horn? No. Achilles shell. Yeah, right there's his weak point. Mario picking up by the tail and chucking him, and all he had to do was hit him in that exact spot in the bottom corner. Bag 18. Again, looks a lot like bag 17. Probably more shell. Okay, the bag is empty. Clearly none of the pieces spilled out and over, right? And we got one tiny bag in there. Okay. I do just chuck the bags on the floor over here. One of the things I do when I end stream is I have to pick up all the bags. It's the piece next to his foot. This is the minifigure hair that came with... Making sure you didn't mean the other foot. The extra minifigure hair that I got here. If I had a minifig, I do up there. I got the Everyone is Awesome set, but I don't want to mess with that right now. Also got my unicorn. Unicorn! I need a reward that's just unicorn. And when I do that, we pull out my Project Unicorn. It's unicorn! It's actually a phoenix, too. It's upstairs. I can go grab it really quick. We've successfully built... Well, this one's unofficial, but our unicorns got official poly bags made for them. So you can actually get a unicorn poly bag. I don't know if I'm supposed to hand them out, but I've got them. For those listening, if anybody's ears perked up right there. Here, hold on, let me go get it. Oh! So, this is the Phoenix right here. Project Phoenix was a thing my team did last year before I worked at LEGO Group. It's still going on. And, yeah, that's the Phoenix. It's all about the tech transformation of our consumer shopper engagement team. And Unicorn is all about transforming the induction, the onboarding process. So, got two little neat logos. Those are internal logos right there. And the Phoenix was made into poly bags, which is kind of cool. And I have a few of them. I don't know why I have a few of them, but I do. Just do. So who knows? You get a Rad Plaid Dad gift someday. Maybe there'll be a Phoenix poly bag in there. Who knows? Who knows? Would be pretty sick, though. I'm not sure what collectors would do with something like that. I don't even know if it has value. How scared I should be that I just mentioned that in public. Alright, so we're making some crazy arm thing here. The direction isn't quite on camera, but it is a wild-looking arm thing. It's the best description you're going to get. Anything can have value. I guess. Yeah, value is perception, right? That one's perception of what something is worth. At the end of the day, we get all philosophical about value. What is value but what one believes an object's worth to be? It is a cool little build, though. I mean, a little Phoenix logo. My peer James is the one in charge of that project. Shout out to my guy James. James is from Berlin. He's in our Berlin office. Across the sea. Alright. So like I said, we're making some crazy arm thing here. I don't even know. Okay, it looked a lot crazier. We're not done. There's 2 more steps here. It is getting crazy. Look at this. It's a 1x1 stud. Brown stud, but it has the plus through it. Boom. Yeah. And then we have a 2x1. Yep. Little hole. That. There it is. That's what we're looking for. If that's a spare, I'm going to be a very happy guy. I'll be a very happy guy. I don't think so, though. Because there's only one in this bag. I wonder. That would be something else, wouldn't it? Okay, so this... Wait a minute. This gets put on somehow. Okay, so these lines up with... Yep, just like that. Okay. Not sure where we're going with this yet, but... Okay, so we got a plate here, 2x3. And then we got a... Ooh, these are attached. Okay. You all can go next to each other. You wanted to be attached in the bag, so clearly I don't want to ruin a good thing. And then we go out from the center. Oops. Okay, you can obviously see where we're going with this. Looks similar to the other one. Yep. And then we're looking exactly like the other. Oop, do you not? Why aren't you? Okay, here we go. Let me start again. Here's our next spiky with the little, obviously that'll be probably where it connects. Doing a different method here. We do have two more of these. I'm assuming middle one, end one. But this is the next one we're using, so not sure where it's headed quite yet, but we are on this journey together. Come on, spare. Yeah, no, like, I should put this, like, there. I don't even know where I could put it where it's, like, super visible. Here, I'll move the can of Coke. Move the can of Coke in, and we'll put it, like, right there. There it is. Hopefully it doesn't fall into the can of Coke. That would be devastating. Alright, anyway. How funny would that be? For that is a spare, and it fell into my can of Coke. That's just the chance we take here on Rad Plaid Dad's Twitch channel. Living life on the edge. Alright, so these, I feel like this is going to connect. Oh, look at this. I love when we have orange. I love orange pieces. Alright. And we need studs. And a Tetris piece. Tetris piece here. And then green studs. Right? Oh no, those aren't studs. What are they? Oh. Silly me. It's a 1x4 that goes here. And then the Tetris piece. Now it looks right. Okay. Sticky spare. At least it's a spare, though. That would be the dub of the night. Be like the dub of the night. Are the Pelicans on today? They just lost yesterday, which I feel like the Pelicans have hit a pretty bad skid right now. And after that hot start, I was all excited about them, and they feel like they've been kind of losing momentum a little. And somebody in our Discord server is a very big Celtics fan. They play tomorrow night? Okay. I can stave my disappointment for a bit longer. That's wonderful. Thanks, Zion. No, I hope they win. I want them to figure it out. I want the boys to get in the playoffs and kick the absolute pants off of everybody, because the Pelicans deserve that. Oh no. Oh good. Thank freaking goodness. Okay, so this is not a... Ooh! Okay, so this goes here. It's like I have only 3 of these like wingy boys. I need 4. But the last one is so it goes this way. This goes here. This last one isn't a wingy boy. It's something different. It's a 1x3. and then it's a 2x2. And no. It finds its home. Right there. Yeah, it was fun while it lasted. Oh, okay. So Ingram's back soon. That's good. Zion was hurt, but it looked like Zion was playing. So Zion's back, I think. He was supposed to be out 3 weeks, but my perception of time is really bad lately. Wish I followed it a little closer. I follow them on Facebook, so I get all the notifications on the games and stuff. Like, I get information about the Pelicans, but I don't watch the games live. I really wish I was a little more attentive to that. I'd really like to be. I like, obviously, the Pelicans. I like New Orleans sports teams. Yeah! This feels like it's not straight. Something about that looks crooked to me. Oh, it's because of the. This is different than okay. It's a mind trick. I was mind tricked. What's his name? Chris Angeled right there. All right. I actually just put that spike on without reading it. Okay, good. That's what you're supposed to do. And then this goes here. There you have it. 2 more. Now it looks like we're doing the last one. This is our 4th bag, too. Look at that. We hit the goal. I was worried. The first bag was really long, so I was like, shoot, this is not going to be pleasant. So it looks like, obviously, the next shell piece will go on tonight. And then 1 bag will be the final shell piece. 1 bag will be 1 arm. 1 bag will be the other arm. I wonder what the final bag is. 1, 2, 3. Huh. Who knows? It's an adventure. We will figure it out. That means tomorrow will go pretty smooth. This last shell piece will be easy. The 2 arms will be the same thing, just reversed. And whatever that last bag. Mystery bag. But we will do it. And it will be done. It shall be done. Cool. Alright, so we do this. Okay. And I'm going to match the angle here because it gets a little asymmetrical. So yeah, I do plan on, I know I mentioned this earlier, but I'll say it again. I do plan on ordering that $60. I think, Steven, if you followed the other chat too, I was talking about buying a lot of cards from the Ravnica sets in Magic the Gathering. I don't know if you follow card games at all, but I would love to get a big old package of those cards when it comes in and just open them live on stream because the conditions are all over the place. And I'm going to deck build based on price. So the cards I'm getting are literally just every card from Ravnica. There's 4 Ravnica sets. 2 of them are core sets. There were 2 extra sets. And essentially I love Ravnica and Magic the Gathering because it's the premise of Magic's got the 5 colors: white, black, blue, red, green. And Ravnica was a city of guilds. And each guild had a color pairing. So there's 10 guilds and each one was the white-green, or the blue-red, or the white-black. There was a guild for each color combo. And each guild has specific mechanics that work within the Ravnica block. So green and white is the Selesnya guild. They're all about nature and a connection to nature and each other, and their ability is called Convoke, where Selesnya can create a lot of token creatures, and their Convoke ability is you can tap creatures as a mana source to cast spells, certain spells. So you can it's all about generating tokens and then tapping tokens to pay for big nasties, stuff like that. So each guild has this really cool mechanic or 2 involved with it. And what I did was I put all 4 of the Ravnica sets in TCG Player, arranged by price, and I did the math ahead of time, and I can afford for 1 copy of each card, I can buy the first like 500 plus cards of it's about 1,050 total cards, but like I can get about half of the set, one copy of each card, for $30. $30 gets me one copy of each card in half the set. So I'm gonna get 2 copies of each card. It's be $60. I'm gonna get about half of all of Ravnica that's ever launched. See what shows up. See if I can build functional decks with all 10 functional decks out of it. A deck is 60 cards typically in Magic. 20 of those cards is land cards for resources, so about 40 cards. Is that a good deal? I mean, it's going to be kind of a meme, I'll be honest, but it is going to be fun because they'll all probably be about equal in power creep because of the price point. So we'll see if it works out in its own strange way. But what I plan to do is open all the cards live. They're like, some cards are near mint, some cards are moderately played. Like, it's gonna be kind of messy. But yeah, I'd love to just like deck build off of that. But it's gonna be fun because I'll have 10 functional decks. What I'd love to do is play test them. Invite like Grumble Boots over or something. Play test them. And this is really weird looking, by the way. I mean, this is like just strange. I'm not sure why it. Let's back up here. I don't know. That is accurate. Yep. Why is there a red? Is there a red stud? Did I put? Oh, there is a red stud. How did I miss that? Get that red stud in there. That is like vibrant. Okay. Bam, bam, bam. Let me just double check here. So yeah, we're going to obtain about half of Ravnica block. All of Ravnica that's ever existed in one $60 purchase. And then see what kind of decks are actually feasible to build from it. It's going to be the good, the bad, the ugly. And what I'd plan to do in the future is supplement the weakest guilds with additional help, or from there, look at which cards I really like, and like, pick and choose. Like get the basic decks out, and then kind of like, have. I mean, each deck, when you think about it, 40 cards per deck, right? So 40 additional cards in each deck. And I'm going to obtain about 2 copies of the first 510 cards in these sets. So I'll have 1,020 cards to choose from for all 10 decks. Each deck needs 40 additional cards. So 400 of that 1,000, which leaves 600 cards as a sideboard. So I feel like there's enough variability there where I'll have the ability to make decently powered decks that can at least compete with each other in this like little experiment. That's the hope. So I've been looking at it for quite a while now, and I'm finally trying to pull the trigger on it. I'm still the TCG Player is an absolute garbage site. When you're trying to do things the way I'm doing things, it's very unintuitive to like buy 1,000 singles of cards. It's really just not what the website's for, but that's what I'm doing. My favorite part of Ravnica block is the like dual color cards, and I don't think I get a whole lot of them on the cheap side, but there are some. So I think some guilds are just going to naturally outperform others because some of their dual color cards that are really, really contextual to the set is going to, work out better for them. And there are some cards for some guilds that are just obviously considered very valuable in today's Magic, so they're just expensive to get with. This is probably like up here, if I had to guess. We're doing the right side first. It's just an educated guess. Oh man, it says not to put this on yet, but we did. And we have to make another quick little contraption here. So yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be an interesting stream, I think, to have like all these Magic cards out and kind of sort them and figure out which guilds have the most representation in the cheap side and which ones have the least. So who's going to have the best time and worst time? There's one. So I stopped at 11 cents. So if the card was worth 12 cents, I did not get it. However, there's one exception I made to that rule. The first card that was 12 cents was the Goblin Electromancer, and that is one of my favorite cards for Is It in the set. So I was like, all right, it's every 11-cent card and Goblin Electromancer. Because Goblin Electromancer makes the Is It, the blue-red, that's a blue-red card. It adds a lot of value to an Is It deck. So it's just a card worth having. Alright, so I'm assuming... Oh, these don't go. Okay. Oh, wow, there's little pluses right there, and then these go into that. That's cool. Now it has you put that on, by the way. So, okay, so there it is. And now we add these two reds on the bottom here. And here we go. See where it's going. The right side. Yep. So there's two. Yeah, you can see them in the gray pluses right there, and then the reds will go into there. And it looks like okay, so this. Wait, what? Okay, so it goes this way. Okay, that kind of just goes. It's expecting a click, but there's no click. So there it is. Wow, it looks really good, actually. Get that top cam. You can kind of see it better. This guy is heavy. Very heavy. So there he is. I don't know, I kind of want to just push the stream and do that last... You know what, let's do the last bag. We're doing 5 bags tonight! Welcome to the bonus content. We're going to finish the shell. I think it's just why leave it like that, you know? Let's just bang out this last bag. Here's bag 19. There it is. We know what's coming. More shell love. There it is. Let's go. Those low-key open. Yeah, we got to finish this. I mean, if I was a good streamer, I would leave that on purpose, so it would be enticing to come back tomorrow. So it's like, damn, he left that shell so close to being done, you know. But, you know, I don't exactly have the brand presence on Twitch to be picky yet. This is literally the same thing but backwards. It's just like how the legs were. Yeah, this is literally going to be the same. Okay. So yeah, the TCG player project's pretty fun. The problem is things change a lot on TCG, so a lot of the cards that I'm putting in my cart now probably won't be available by the time I go to checkout, because TCG player only gives you 10 listings per page. 10. And as you already know, I said I can, like, the project has me getting the first 510 cards in the set. So you do the math. I have 51 pages to sift through and individually add each card to the cart. And the problem with that is the cards, yeah, it's awful. The market availability must change each by the minute. So, because I'll click on a card, go to 2 copies, add it to cart, it refreshes to a new page that's like, added to your cart, go to your cart, and I have to hit the back button on my browser. When I do that, the cards that list on, like, let me just look here. I'm on the 12th page right now. And the cards that are on the 12th page right now, when I add this Noxious Grudion to my cart and I hit back, it's going to be all new cards. Like, it resorts itself all the time. So I have to, like, be really careful when I go. I'm probably going to get like 4 copies of some cards or miss a card or 2. Like, there's going to be issues, but I'm still going to, like, it's still a huge undertaking, so it won't be terrible. But yeah, it's click on like, I can select a quantity and the price I want and the seller I want. Add to cart. Refreshes to a new page. I have to the back button. Look at all the cards that are already on that page. See if any of them change. Like, it doesn't change too much, but it does change a little bit. Like, sometimes a card will pop up that wasn't there before, or sometimes the card I just added moves to a different tab. Like, it gets a little weird. But generally, I'm getting it. It'll probably at the end of the day be like 98% accurate. It's just really cumbersome to do it the way it wants to be done. And what I wish I could do, like, TCG Player has a cart optimizer. I wish I could just tell it, I want these cards, I want 2 copies of each of these cards, and just let the card optimizer do the rest. Like, here, find the cheapest version of these cards based on these. But no, it has you like adding all sorts of things and doing all sorts of other things, and so not the most intuitive, but that's what I'm up against, and it'll be worth it because it'll to have 10 independent Magic the Gathering decks that can all play together, and like be almost even in power, and just all line up really well. Like, it'll be fun because it kind of is a self-contained set. I can play test it, supplement the weakest decks, or make a second order with like more expensive cards that I really like, and make each guild have like a little more flavor each time. So like, there is no better way. I've researched this for a few days now, or couple weeks, I want to say. There really is no better way. I could use the Card Kingdom website, but their prices are significantly higher. I feel like TCG Player has a lot of like sourced like sellers, whereas Card Kingdom's like everybody's in the same mix. So you just buy a card, and Card Kingdom kind of does the work for you on who to buy it from, and it handles all the logistical stuff. So like TCG Player is like a labor of love if you want to go that way. It's like cumbersome almost by design, because the alternative is you can just pay more on Card Kingdom if you wanted to, but I don't want to do that. Like, it's significant. Like, a card that's 1 cent, and there's a lot of penny cards in Ravnica, is like 20 cents on Card Kingdom. So it's like, why am I gonna, like, when you think about the budget, like, that's a 2,000% price increase for that convenience. Like, it just doesn't add up. And you multiply that by 510 cards. I mean, your 510 just became 100 something, because you're spending so much more. So it just didn't end up being feasible. Not the way I wanted to go. So yeah, I kind of chose this rough life, but it's worth it because I'm going to save a lot of money in the end once I build the cart, and pray the cart doesn't just like obliterate itself when I finally have all the cards in it. A lot of cards are going to be like not available anymore, and it's going to like really yell at me badly. It's going to be like, what, like I have to replace like 200 something of the cards in this cart because they got purchased or price changed or whatever, and I'm going to be like, all right, fine, so find the next cheapest one, and it's going to think for like an hour on how to do that. So we're going to put card TCG Player to the test here, but it'll be worth it. It'll be fun. We'll build some Magic decks. Hopefully I can play test some of those Magic decks. I don't really have a lot of friends, so it'll be something else to try to get people here to help me with that. As I could tell from Grumble Boots, he saving a lot. Yeah, I mean, it's if it were like a few dollars difference, I'd be like, this is stupid. I'm just gonna go to Card Kingdom and do it that way. But it was like significant. Like 10 cards in, I was like, I'm already like $5 over on penny cards that should cost me like I should be at like 40 cents on TCG Player, and I'm already at like $6 on Card Kingdom. Like, whoa, that is a significant change. And again, you multiply that by hundreds, and you're talking a ton of money. So no thanks. That's my answer to that. No thanks. All right, and then Uno Grayo and Uno Greeno. Glad we're grinding it out here. Getting that 5th bag in on Bowser. All right. Yep. Okay. Yep. So Ravnica, really cool Magic set. I really am a big fan of it. Ravnica was big when I was a freshman in college. I think that's really I have a lot of fond memories of that set. My friends were always into Magic the Gathering. I got into it a little bit, but Ravnica was really the set for me that the lore was really cool. The guild concept really resonated with me. What's funny is what I would do so Magic releases in 3 sets over every 3 months, 4 months, I think 3 or 4 months they release another box of their set. Usually it's 3s, so probably 4 months because it's over a year. And each release they did 4 guilds in the first one, 3 guilds, and then 3 guilds. And what I would do is I would buy a booster pack each time a new set came out. Whatever the rare card was, whatever guild the rare was affiliated with, that's the guild I would invest in each cycle. And so the first one I drew was green-white. It was a card called Luxodon Hierarch, and it was a foil. That boy was awesome. And he was a green-white, so I was a Selesnya boy for the first one. And then the second one, my rare was the Ghost Council of the Orzhova, I think. So I did white-black for my second release. Making sure I'm doing this right. And then the third one, I drew some crazy Sphinx thing, I think. I don't even know the name of the card, but it was blue-white. So I did a blue-white deck as the third. So a lot of white, actually. All 3 of the sets had me doing white, decks revolving around white guilds with white in them. Azorius, Orzhov, and Selesnya. Of the 3, Selesnya is without question my favorite. What is going on here? So this is a 2. No, wait, this didn't come out right. And I see what's wrong. Hey. Oh, God. Come on. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, that was it was just fun to always have a guild identity, and my friends all kind of took on guild identities too, and we'd all play our respective guilds against our other guilds. So it was just a really fun block to be a part of and interact with and work with. Green-white was by far my favorite, though. I did make decks for other guilds too. A blue-red was another real favorite of mine. Is it? I think I'm good here. Yeah. And there were some that I'm not too keen on, like green-red, the Gruul clans. I just don't play that style of Magic. It's a very aggressive deck. It's just not my MO, which is ironic because I play green, but I don't play aggressive. Well, green's very creature driven, I guess, by default, but I don't know, something about the Gruul cards just didn't click with me. Azorius didn't click with me either, the blue-white. It's very control based, but it worked well enough. I had a good time with it. A lot of flying creatures, a lot of control. Can make it work well enough. Some of the strongest guilds, I think, are Boros, which is red and white. That guild is super, super tough, in my opinion. See what else. Rakdos, which is red-black, I think plays really well. It's a very aggressive, very, very nasty thing when it clicks quickly. This scares me. This 3x3, this 3 for right here. I don't know what this would be for, but I have it and it scares me. And hopefully it's a spare. And then this goes in here. And just like last time, we got our little plus in there, and then our holes here. There's also tricolor tribals, which is a different beast altogether. Kaladesh, and there's another set block that I'm not aware of, but tricolor guilds are a little harder to build around. All right, we ready? Big boy Bowser's getting his other spikes. So we are on step 468. It looks like his arm. So the arms are coming up next. There it is, 468. Oh, I'll do the big cam. Bag 20's next. We have 3 bags to go. All right. So let's put it on. Yeah, there's 3 color ones too. Yep. So it's fun. Here we go. So again, like last time, we got these 2 pluses. We got these 2 red rods here. So line those up. I really want to do this at the right angle so you can see it. Oh, that came out. Oh boy. Let's take this out and try that again. I think I pushed too hard. Okay. Minimal damage there. Oh, I did it again. I think, yeah, these red rods are what's doing it. Okay, so this goes here. This goes on top. So these we just have to be gentle with. Okay. The Disney, yeah, not quite Disney castle. I just need to like do it from here and not push in other spots. Like once that's in. See, I don't like that though. It did it again. I feel like this will be the toughest one because there's less ambulation at this point that it can work with. So this doesn't, I mean, it ambulates slightly, but you don't really want to rely on that. So if I just push like this, that should be all I need to do. It shouldn't fall apart. You can see that gets pressure, but this is where I'm worried. Like it's kind of high up. Oh, jeez, happened again. Yeah, it's pushing against it in a way it does not like. Oh no. Sneeze. Give him a little room here. Give me a little room to breathe, buddy. And then this. Okay. This is all definitely correct. It is tight squeeze. I mean, we're just going to have to be gentler with it. Yeah, I don't like that. That should be... It's not fitting like the other one did. So that's definitely perfect. The way these are lining up together, this one's not doing it the same. I mean, it does, if you look here, it does ambulate quite a bit. And we have to get it in there. But it's okay. I wonder if we just... Let me try to move it inward. I don't know where it's getting stuck. That's kind of where I'm stuck. Oh, this isn't lined up right. Hold on. Oh no, that is right. Is that? That's definitely not. It's the top one? No. What happened here? This... This looks like off center a little. Off center a little, like it's right, unless it's supposed to be pushing out like that a little bit. Unless this is backwards. Is this backwards? That might be what this is. It is. Okay, we figured it out. Yeah, solved the puzzle. So we're gonna have to be creative here. Okay, so this goes... Oh, no, wait, that was right. Wait a minute. No. Outside. Inside. Inside is supposed to be like that. And this goes here, but something's off because... Yeah, something's definitely off here. I wonder what it is. It's either... So it's either... Yeah, right. So these two, these bottom two, are aligned, and this one's too far in. So we need to figure out, is this one in the right spot and these are too far this way, or are these two in the right spot and this one's too far that way? So I think first, let's see if we can glean this from the first one. It's hard because you can't really see. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, development. 3, yeah, nope, it's inverted. I gotta remember that. I think I know what I did wrong. Ah! That looks way better. They're lining up now. Okay. They were on the wrong sticks on their respective sides. Wait. No. Because now that's not aligned. Unless, no, see, that would not just recreate the problem. Yeah, it does. This should be, I mean, I could just, no, but I don't feel like that would be correct. If I were to move all of this one square over, that doesn't make sense at all. Back to the directions. Let's look here. That's clearly the R. Alright. So if we look at the underneath here, that looks like it's in the right spot. But that doesn't. I wonder if the issue, hold on, maybe this isn't inverted and it should be. Oh, I got it. I think I got it. Okay, so that, no. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, this is definitely different. And I think I figured it out. So let's try it now. Oh no. We came apart again. That could be that it's a tight squeeze though, so. All my things are lining up now. No, they're not. How did that happen? Something went wrong here. Okay, let me compare this. Something on this bottom part that I don't like. So these, so on the outside, so that should be on the inside, yeah. And then, I mean, this doesn't make a difference on why we're having this problem, but that 3 brick, found where this goes. Okay, so that solves that, but that doesn't solve why this isn't. Okay, so it looks like it's lining. Okay, so here. No, that's lining up, right? That's lining up. That's lining up. It's all lining up, honestly. So I don't think. Let's try the do it gentle strat again. Like it looks like it all should be doing what it should be doing. So ooh, okay, that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. It's the middle one that I'm worried about the most. Oh no. It's that top part when I want to like mess with that top part. That's where it gets real messed up. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so let's just go down to the raw parts here. This just doesn't wanna line up. And that's the issue, unless it's supposed to go. Something went wrong here. It looks perfect. on the outside. I mean, I see 0. It's like I'm comparing. So this is, lined up here. Let's just stick it in slightly. And when we compare this to this side, it looks all in order. You know what, though? I think I see something. Okay, I definitely see something now. The top needs to go on the black piece because it's curved more. But the problem is this would then be backwards. Yeah, that's what I think this is. Because this black one angles harder than the gray one on the bottom. So see how that black angles harder than the gray? And there's a black one on the top here, and you'll notice that top piece kind of angles harder. And when I'm trying to push it in, it's not doing what it keeps falling. That's where it's falling apart. The problem is these need to flip. So let's try seeing if that's a simple endeavor here. So we gotta be okay. This is some. Hey, we got a. What a conundrum. Yeah, this is a sort of bona fide conundrum, for sure. But I think we're at the tail end of it now. Okay, that's. Oof, that is not. Okay, I know how to fix this. I can fix this. This is like keeping it real goes wrong right here. We are. Okay. Just hear me out. Oh, man. Now none of that's lining up. Oh, why? It's obviously because I messed with it too much. Wait. Oh, my God. Okay. White, gray. Yeah, apparently I didn't need to do it. I just did. Or I just rebuilt it the same wrong way. One of the two. Oh, shoot. I don't need problems with you. Get on there. Wait, what? Now it's missing from you. This? No. Okay. So theoretically, this should be correct in all facets. It's lining up right. The right angles are here. Let's give it a shot. Hey! It's in. No issues. There you have it. Perfect. So we have the shell built. Looks great. Oh my God, he gets heavier by the second. So, obviously, our little boy got T-Rex arms right now. We gotta fix that tomorrow. We only have 3 bags tomorrow. Look at that. Put that on the top cam. Brah. Fix his eyeballs. There we go. Alright. Looks like Bowser now. That's great. How you doing, buddy? How are your eyeballs? Let's see. Get those perfectly straight. Yeah, there we go. Brah. Brah. And his head should still, yeah, there it is. Still goes left and right. The big cam. Yeah, it still goes left and right. Alright, got the little bar there. And then this right here is his mouth opening. So, Bowser's looking good. There he is. So now we are definitely on bag 20. And it looks like we're making this arm first, if I had to guess. I don't know. And then there's that mystery. After we get both his arms, what's the final bag gonna be? What's bothering me now is his feet don't lay flat. Oh my god. Oh my god. It was stuck to his foot. It was stuck to his foot. Oh man, it's right here too. I could probably put it on. Hold on. This is an easy fix now. All right, so this goes. Oh, it's not quite an easy fix. I think it's worth it though. That's just comedy, right there. You can't write a better script than that. All right. So we put this here. That is hilarious. All this time, the missing nose piece was attached to Bowser's foot. Yeah, still missing that green one. Unfortunately, I don't know if that'll show up attached to Bowser in some way, shape, or form, but I don't think so. I think that the green piece is definitely a casualty. But yeah, how funny is that? I was like, shoot, he doesn't stand up. He's not standing up straight on his own anymore. And it was the missing piece. That's too good. That was too good. Why aren't you going on now? Oh, that dumb thing. Okay. Man. You solve one problem. You add a new one. This is not agreeing with me earlier either, so. Come on, buddy. Get that nose on. Oop. This was a very tight squeeze earlier. We're in on one side. We are in on neither side. Why doesn't this like to go in? This is a strange. This has been the toughest, besides that shell part, but. See, like these 8 right here, like don't like this flat piece, and they don't line up perfectly. There you go. There's the Bowser. Something about how these plates line up. They look perfect. I mean, it's just the unfortunate part. Everything looks like it lines up the way it should. Oh no, one of his hairs fell out. Ah, man. Now his teeth are crooked. So, all we gotta do is get this on here. That's it. And we're done for the night. 3 bags left. Put some arms, whatever else on him tomorrow. If we can only get the... Oh, and this cheek isn't... Okay, there. They're definitely in. Like, there is... Oh! They went right in. That was all I had to do. Okay, that slid in real nice. Now, will the new nose? This is like also a very exact fit. I feel like I want to do this first, and then just put this on top. Yeah, see, that is where the issues are coming from. This is like too precise. Unless I'm just, no. Right here is the issue. This piece does not want to fit right there. It's just not a big enough gap. And this stuff's not moving either, so that is a mystery to me. And I definitely don't think anything's wrong up there. It's just that this gap is not really good for this piece. That definitely just fits. I think there's more room. No, that looks right. Does it? It's hard to tell. It looks like it has all the room in the world on the box. So like there's the bridge of the nose right there. And there's that piece, that stubborn piece. And it doesn't look like it's anywhere near that bridge of the nose. But when you look at this front part, that definitely does line up. And I can count the stud, 2-2 curl. Yeah. And then it goes to the curly piece. It's definitely right. Unless this is supposed to be further out. I don't think so, though. Is it? Oh, yeah, it goes over. I'm an idiot. Holy cow. This goes one more out. Which makes this even harder to get in its little spot. There we go. That's how it's supposed to look. There. Minor correction. Nope. You got him. Ladies and gentlemen, you got him. So that's perfect. Once again, Bowser is back in business. That nose is a little sensitive, though. So there he is. The shell's done. And yeah, we just need arms on him now. It's so funny that missing piece was just attached to his foot. This weighs quite a bit. This is a heavy Bowser. But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna build some arms and then whatever else to finish up. So the only casualty is I have this minifigure hair. That should have been a green diagonal piece. But yeah, there you go. We'll be back tomorrow to finish Bowser. We're gonna finish Bowser tomorrow. Looks like at some point too I'll be playing Smite or something with my friend Tor. Let's see. Can we make him angry? Let's make him angry. There we go. Get his hair all up. And yeah, and then February. So February's in a couple weeks. Galaxy Explorer. Here, we don't got Bowser up anymore, so we can get him big cam it a little better. I'm really excited for this. Again, 1254 pieces. Bowser was 2807. So this will take a fraction of the time to do, which is good. I think it's a good size build. I think it's a very build with a lot of personality. So I'm really excited to do this one. Then we'll worry about March. Whatever I can find in the store. Let's see. But first one is The End Is Upon Us. We've done it. I'm pretty stoked for this, honestly. This has been awesome. And then Galaxy Explorer's right around the corner. So Lego content is here, and it's here to stay. Anyway, I'm gonna head to bed. I have to be in my office by 8 a.m. So yeah, early morning for me. And on the book front, I'm actually finishing a book that I hated. It has been almost a month for me trying to get through this thing. But the book I'm reading next, I know I'm going to love. So I'm like, it makes that last little bit that much harder. I'm finishing The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake, and I've not enjoyed it. But I'm so close to the end. And then next, I'm reading Piranesi by Suzanne Clark, which I hear is like unreal good. So I'm excited for that. And it's much shorter. So it'll be like, I'll go from this book that just took me forever into a book that I just breezed through. And it's like a literary achievement kind of book. So anyway, Rad Plaid Dad Mousepad. You can see it's had a lot of love. I use it all the time. I will see everybody tomorrow right here. Be ready to see the finished Bowser. It's coming. We're a day away. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, bye, bye.